Hello, everybody. Hello. Good morning. Well, for us, it's morning here in Canada. I am calling in from Toronto, Ontario. It's about 11:15 in the morning. I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Friday to everyone. It's a little chilly out there. We had a really bad snowstorm the past 2 days here in Toronto. The schools were canceled, the buses were canceled. It was a lot of fun anyway, because we haven't had much snow for the entire winter, so my kids enjoyed it a lot. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about IELTS speaking part 1 and some questions that students have reported being asked about being happy, some questions about what makes you happy, when you like to smile the most. So we're going to get into those questions. I'm just going to give everyone a minute or two just to roll in. And I'm hoping for today to make it a bit more interactive. I'd rather hear from you and you giving me an answer, so then that way I could correct your answer and help you out on how to structure your answer properly, rather than me just giving you the answer straightforward. So if some people could join us, no problem. I know it is Friday, so some people are out and about, they're at work, or they're just arriving back from work. So let's get right into it. So as I mentioned, some questions that you may be asked is, what made you happy when you were little? So in this type of question, try to remember sometimes you remember as a child that made you happy, that gave you that warm feeling, that warm comfort, even something as small as your mom may be buying you an ice cream after school every day. That's something that could be so memorable as a child. So the way I would answer a question like this is, I would always try to use synonym language, keep one or two synonym language words in mind, and I would say something like, one thing that made me really excited as a child was my mom would come pick me up from school every Friday, and we would have a pizza day. She would order a pizza and we would go home and eat it together as a family every Friday. So as you could see, I did not mention the word happy at all, right? Because the question asks, what made you happy? Rather, I used the word excited, because happiness and excited actually go together hand in hand, because when you're happy, you're usually excited. It's a great time in your life. So that's one way of answering the question. So the next question I wanted to discuss is there anything that has made you feel happy lately? So what this question is pretty much asking is, if recently there's been a time in your life that something happened, or you did something that you felt excited or happy. And one thing, this is a cute one for me, because my 3-year-old actually is being potty trained, so he learned how to use the toilet. So even though this is something so small, but this is something happy, something that made me happy as a mother. So I would say something like, yes, actually recently my 3-year-old learned was being potty trained, and he learned how to use the toilet. So that is something in my life that has occurred that has made me happy. You're probably thinking, wow, do you not have anything exciting in your life other than your child being potty trained? But I think this is something, the most recent event in my life that has made me happy. And number 3, so let me just write this sentence in the chat box just so you have it. What do you think will make you happy in the future? So, what do you think that would make you happy in the future? Something you could say for this particular question is maybe if you're working towards a goal, you can discuss the goal you're working towards, and if you achieve the goal, you'll be happy, or something about your children, or maybe even something as slight as passing the IELTS exam will make you happy. So that's a great question. That's a great question, and actually a great answer to give about what do you think will make you happy in the future. You could say something like, something that would make me very excited or very ecstatic is to pass the IELTS exam and be able to move to Canada or move to the US to further my studies. So if you are able to say something that will make you happy in the future, using synonym language, using a situation that you're currently working on, and the end goal of it that you want to reach, this will show the examiner that you have good fluency in English and you are able to speak in full sentences. And the fourth, let me just put that sentence in the chat. And the fourth sentence is, are you happy when you buy new things? So this type of question, some people find joy when they buy tangible goods, such as maybe a new shirt or new pants or a new purse, right? So you can answer your honest truth. Respond with how you feel about buying stuff. Does it make you happy, or do you feel like it's just too much for you? So for me personally, I don't really get happy buying new things because it's just more clutter in my house. So I would say something along the lines of, to be honest, buying tangible goods, which means things that you can touch, such as a piece of clothes, shoes, a purse, a jacket. So I would use the word tangible goods. To be honest, buying tangible goods does not make me happy. Rather, it makes me feel a bit more anxiety because that means I have more clutter in my house. Clutter means more things in my house that would cause a mess. So these are certain words you can use when you are mentioning the answers to these questions. Just because remember that the examiner is looking for certain words that relate to the given question, that relate to the answer you are saying. If it makes sense, this is what will definitely help you score a high band. And I really, really hope that when you are given a question related to happiness, smiling, you are able to use words or come up with words that relate to the situation. So another type of question you may get about smiling is, are you someone who smiles a lot? So the best way to answer this question is, once again, be truthful in your answer. Sometimes a lot of people don't smile a lot because even though they're happy, it's just not in their demeanor. It's not their personality to smile on a regular basis. So if you are given, hi Sheikh Salman, how are you? Happy Friday. I hope you're doing well. And the fourth question, I'm just going to write it in the chat box. I'm great. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm just talking about some questions you may see on your IELTS exam about happiness, IELTS speaking part 1 section in specific, about happiness, about smiling. So our fourth question was, are you someone who smiles a lot? So if you are given such a question, you can say something along the lines of, yes, to be honest, I really think having a smile on your face brightens other people's day. So I think smiling is a great form of spreading positivity throughout the world. So, mentioning something like this will help you because you are saying how it would benefit not only yourself by smiling, but it would benefit everybody in the world, which is a great way to show the examiner that you understand this question, you understand what is being asked to you. Oh, that's great, Sheikh Salman. I I actually, our channel is from Canada, Toronto to be specific, and that's great. Thank you for joining today. And what do you teach in India? What subject, like English? Do you teach IELTS or ESL? Hi, Alfia. I'm a native English speaker. I never took the IELTS exam. I was pretty much born and raised in Canada. However, I've been teaching the exam for the past 7 years. I'm a certified English teacher in Canada, and I've completed all my education here in Canada. So my bachelor's, my master's, and my teaching credentials are all from Canada. Oh, that's great, Sheikh Salman. That's great. I'm sure it feels so rewarding for you to be teaching in India. I'd love to come and hold a seminar in India one day. I know most of my students are from there. Thank you, Alfia. And where are you chatting from? Where's your native place? Oh, so as I mentioned, I came to Canada when I was 1 year old, and I'm originally from Uzbekistan. Alfia, thank you. Where are you chatting from? We're all lucky. From Gujarat. Very nice. India. I'd love to visit India one day. I heard it's a very beautiful country. I have a lot of Indian students here in Toronto that I've helped help them pass the IELTS exam. Have you guys taken the IELTS exam? Both you and Sheikh, have you guys taken the IELTS exam? Or attempted to take it, I guess? I know most students always have a hard, like they take the exam, some have a challenging time passing it the first time. And I know it could be very, very difficult to do this just because as native English speakers, some of us may find certain parts of the IELTS exam challenging because it's written, the format of the IELTS exam is written in such a way that it's like they just want it one way and no other way. So you need to just learn the format of the IELTS exam and how exactly you can pass those particular sections and what the procedure is. Oh, great, Sheikh. Yes, I actually have a video on my YouTube channel of how to work in Canada and become an English teacher. You should check it out because I know I had a lot of people ask me that. So I actually made a video of like everything step by step, how you can become an English teacher in Canada, what program you need to take, and all of that. Make sure you check that out. I think it would definitely help you, Sheikh. Just go to my different videos and look up English teacher in Canada and you'll get the video. And Alfia, I'm planning to give IELTS very soon. Very nice, Sheikh. And so I'm assuming you want to take the academic exam? Are you planning to take the academic or general examination? 7+ band at first attempt. Yes, Alfia, I believe in you. I think you can get a 7+ band, especially if you prepare well, if you are able to follow all the tips and tricks. I really think you can score a high band. I'm actually currently offering 1 hour free IELTS consultation calls with myself where I can help you and guide you through an action plan that will help you prepare for the IELTS exam. I think before you even start studying for the IELTS exam, you need to identify which parts of the exam you have a challenging time with, which parts you need to improve in, which parts you need to become better in. And this is something I can help you with. And then at the end of our call, I will give you a list of free resources, free preparation material that you can take home with you and then you could work toward. If you want to do this, I can send you the link in the chat box and you could prepare, you could book the call with me. I just opened my spots for next week, so they fill up fast. I open it week by week, so make sure you book through this link. And the only request I have is to please make sure you show up on time for your consultation. As I respect your time, please respect mine. And if you cannot make it to the call, just I would really appreciate if you just send me an email letting me know that you are not able to attend. So both of you are taking the academic exam, and so what parts of the academic exam do you have a challenging time with? Is it reading, writing, speaking, listening? Because I know the academic exam could be a bit more challenging because it's more academic based than the general examination. So the reading section is a bit different between the general and the academic IELTS exam. So you need to become familiar with that. And the writing. Yes, the writing could be quite challenging. Do you have a hard time with writing task 2 or task 1? Or would you say both of them in general? Yes, writing. Writing is quite challenging, especially because you not only need to know how to answer the question or come up with ideas of how to answer the question, you need to make sure you follow the right format or the right structure of your essay. Because honestly, remember that coherence and clarity and coherence is one part of the band descriptors that you will be graded on. So you need to make sure that you write your essay in a coherent manner that makes the most sense, and where the IELTS examiner doesn't have a hard time following along with your essay. And if you need help with this, make sure you book a call with me and I will help you and send you lots of different resources on how you can become better at your writing. I actually offer an IELTS writing essay booklet. It's a guide where you could purchase for $7 only, and it's a very easy step-by-step guide on how to structure each essay. So you may get 7 different essay types in the IELTS writing section, and the thing is, you don't know which one you're going to get. So it's very important that you learn the different essay formats for each essay question. One of them you may get, and you need to know how to structure sentence 1, sentence 2, all throughout your essay. And this is something I explain in detail in the booklet. It's very easy to learn. If this is something you're interested in, once again, I can send you the link to that. Just make sure you book a call with me, and I will provide you with lots of resources, like I said. And if you're interested, you could purchase that booklet, because it will make your life a lot easier, and it's something I worked on really hard. So, Alfia, which part of the reading? Yes, reading could be tough as well. Can you share, if you feel comfortable, which part of the reading do you find the most challenging? Is it like the question types, or like finding the answer? Do you have a hard time reading the passage? These are all important things that you need to be able to identify, because the thing is, it's one thing to... Alfia, yes, it's actually something I'm working towards. I will be offering classes soon, and if you send me an email, we can work something out where I will be able to assist you personally. Yeah, the list of headings is quite challenging. There's so many tips and tricks involved in finding the list of headings, because the thing is, the best way to find the answers for the list of headings is to first look at the passage. Don't even look at the list of headings, the questions. For all the different question types, I recommend you to look at the questions first and then look at the passage, whereas the list of headings, match headings, I highly recommend first look at the passage, skip the passage, try to think of what type of headings would this particular passage match. Like, what would you call this this passage? How does it suit? How does it relate to heading? What would you call it? So if you are able to think about this, then you go to the questions. This will help you, because then that way you are not confused seeing the headings first and then going to the passage. If you are able to look at the passage first, try to predict what the headings would be, this will help you answer the question. So have you, Sheikh and Alfia, have you guys taken any IELTS coaching classes, or how have you been preparing for your IELTS exam? Yes, multiple choice questions. So same with multiple choice, Alfia. I would say while you are looking at those multiple choice questions, try to find each one in the passage. So let's say there's A, B, C, D. Go down the list, look for A, and say, okay, is A anywhere in the passage? No, eliminate it. Okay, B. Does B contradict itself in the passage? Must not be the answer. Then keep going down the list, and that way when you eliminate each particular multiple choice question, then you will be left with the proper answer. So Alfia, okay, so you haven't been really preparing for the exam yet, and you're looking for some guidance, some assistance. Alfia, make sure you book that 1 hour call with me, so then that way we are able to assist you further on your IELTS journey. I really want to help you. And Alfia, I know Sheikh said he wants to pass the IELTS exam to become an English teacher. What was your intention? What are you hoping to achieve after you pass the IELTS exam? Self-preparation. Okay. So, Sheikh, you haven't, yes, there's a lot of great self-preparation material out there. I actually check out my latest video because all the tips, I have a video out, I just posted today of 10 tips to help you prepare for the IELTS exam in 2023. And I give you really great resources in the bottom of that video in the description box as well of self-study plans, 30-day study plan. So that way you have some guidance. Sheikh, you need to have the proper guidance when you are preparing for the exam. What I mean by guidance is you need to have the proper study plan. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to do self-preparation and look at a bunch of mock tests. You need to identify your weak points first and say, okay, I'm not good at writing, but how am I going to improve my writing? What should I do to improve it? So maybe on the first day, you want to concentrate on becoming better at how to write an introduction for IELTS writing task 2. And then maybe for the second day, you want to concentrate on how to, before writing an introduction, you should concentrate on how you're going to come up with ideas for your essay. So maybe on Monday, you're going to concentrate on preparing and learning about how to come up with ideas before you start writing your essay. And then on Tuesday, you might concentrate on, hey, I'm not good at writing introductions for an essay, so let's concentrate on that. So if you are able to concentrate on one aspect of your weak points every day, this will add up to a lot. That way you learn every part of the writing section day by day. And like I said, check out my latest video on how to prepare for IELTS in 2023. I have an IELTS study planner there where you could download, you could actually write out what you are going to concentrate on, what you need to achieve by the end of the month, how you plan about taking these baby steps to improve in the certain parts of the IELTS exam. You can check that out in my description box. Like I said, I will put it in this description box as well at the end of this video when the call ends. But this okay, Alfia, about the multiple choice, this method takes more time. Yes, I agree, but if you are able to practice your skimming and scanning for multiple choice questions, this will help you. And this is what I mean about identifying which parts of the reading section you are weak in, because maybe you need to improve your skimming and scanning skills, so that way you don't take a lot of time, so that way you are able to quickly identify the difference between the passage, if it contradicts itself or not, and that way you are able to know what the answer is. Yes, Alfie, I wish you the best of luck, and I really, really have confidence in you that you can pass the IELTS exam. Just make sure you study for the examination and you have a proper routine in place. You study consistently. It's not a one day, okay, I'm going to study today and that's it. It's a long journey, the IELTS exam. It's a huge part of studying for an exam, and you need to make sure you have enough time to cover all the different areas. So what about the speaking section, guys? Today was kind of about speaking section. So I want to be here for you guys. If you have any questions, maybe I can get you guys to answer some questions about the speaking section. And so that way, I can tell you or I can guide you. Alfia, as I mentioned, if you email me or you book a call with me on this pinned link, we can try to see if we could come up with a plan for you. So guys, how have you guys been preparing for the speaking section? I'd like to know. Have you guys been listening to podcasts, improving your vocabulary? If so, how have you been improving your vocabulary? Alfia, it's right in this chat box. It's highlighted in blue right at the top. If you see the chat box, it's there. It's a Calendly link. There it is. I just entered it in the chat box. If you are able to book a call, then we could get on a call and discuss everything you need, what you're looking for, and assess you before you start studying for your exam. Assessments are so important, so that way you get the best out of your study date and you see an improvement in your band score. No problem. Hello, Romix. How are you? Where are you talking from today or chatting from today? Yes, okay, that's a great way, Sheikh. But one thing I want to mention is that the IELTS exam is all about natural spoken English. And when you listen to English news, it's more of a formal way of speaking English. And when the examiner is evaluating you on the IELTS speaking section, he's going to evaluate you on how you speak natural spoken English, which pretty much means how native English speakers talk on a daily basis. Maybe with my neighbor, how I would talk to them, or maybe with my son's teacher, how would I talk to him? I wouldn't really use the same type of English from an English news channel on a daily basis. So I recommend you to start listening to English native speakers talking natural spoken English rather than a news channel, just because so you could learn how fluent speakers talk with each other. I have lots of resources. Like I said, I have 3 podcasts I highly recommend you to listen to. I just can't grab it for you right now. So if you want to book that 1-hour call with me, that way we could have some personal time and I could send you the proper information on what type of podcasts or what type of channels or what type of communities you can join to improve your English. Oh, great. I am from Mexico, but I am living in Uruguay. Very nice. Thank you for joining us. I heard Uruguay is a beautiful country. And Romix, have you ever taken the IELTS exam? Yes, guys, my main goal for 2023, I'm sure we all have New Year's resolutions, and my New Year resolution for this year is to try to come on live every single day to help you on your IELTS exam, answer your questions, any questions you have. This is my main goal. I've been trying to do this consistently, at least Monday to Friday, every day around this time to help you so we can get to know each other. You can ask me any questions, feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable asking stuff on the live, please book a 1 hour free call with me, and that way it's just you and I. We could identify your weak points and help you, guide you through to the right way of passing the IELTS exam. I don't want you to waste your money, number one, because taking the exam already is so expensive, and then on top of that, taking coaching classes is quite expensive. So if you could avoid that at all costs and not have to worry about paying so much money with so many free resources online, why not use those resources? And I have all the resources. I've done the research for you. I found the right tools for you. All you need to do is book that 1 hour call with me so I understand what you need. And then that way we could sit down, discuss, get to know you, get to know your English speaking level, writing level, and then I could send you the proper resources that I found. Some of these resources are from Cambridge University, which are the founders of the IELTS exam, the organizers of the IELTS exam. So what better than that? So, guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'm here for you. It's Friday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday already. I think it's evening time already for some of you guys. I wish you guys a wonderful weekend. And please let me know if you have any other questions. And I'm here to assist you as your IELTS coach. Oh, so you took the IELTS exam 5 times. Yes. Well, that's amazing that you got your desired score. Which score did you get? I'm so happy to hear that, Romix. That is awesome. See, they say you fall 5 times, but you get right back up. Even though you couldn't get your desired score 5 times, you finally got it. You achieved what you needed to achieve, and now you're holding your head high. Speaking was my biggest problem. Yes, speaking, the only way to improve in your speaking is practicing it daily, especially pronunciation, because you need to know how to pronounce certain words. You need to know how to use certain words in a sentence. It's one thing to know certain words or to learn new vocabulary words, but if you don't know how to use it in a sentence, you won't get a high band. So that's great that you were able to score a high band in the speaking as well, Romix. That is awesome. And it was all because of your hard work you were able to achieve this. So you should be very proud of yourself. Did you have to take the academic or the general examination? Um, Me personally, as I mentioned, I've never taken the IELTS exam. I may go for an attempt if they allow me to, but I would definitely general exam. Okay. Do you remember what questions were asked in IELTS speaking? In the IELTS speaking section, what type of questions did the examiner ask you? Yes, Salman, I believe you do have to take the IELTS exam and pass the IELTS exam to become a teacher in Canada. However, you should double check. I don't know the immigration rules for that, because I am just an IELTS teacher. There may be a way around it, but from what I know, yes, you do have to take the IELTS exam. Thank you, Alfia, dear. Thank you. I really hope you could book a call with me so we can chat a bit more and I can assist you and help you and guide you on your IELTS journey. I really want to see all of you guys succeed in your IELTS journey. As I've helped so many other students, I want to help all of you guys pass your IELTS exam. My daily routine, work, free time, yes. Okay, that's great. And it's great that you got questions related to one another. My daily routine and free time, they kind of relate to one another. So you can kind of answer the questions based on what you said in your previous topic. And I know I've covered talking about daily routines in my previous videos, and it's good to mention, even if you don't have a daily routine, maybe you don't, something like going to the gym every day, or maybe taking your son for soccer every night, or your child to a certain event every night. You could mention your daily routine of literally waking up in the morning and driving your children to school every single morning. That's a daily routine. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to talk about something you do that's a big event. So I hope that makes sense. So guys, let me know if there's any other questions before I sign off. I'm so glad you guys were able to join me on this call. If you'd like, we can do some IELTS speaking mock test questions together in the chat box. I could give you a question, and I'd like you guys to tell me the answer to this question, and we can discuss it. Areas for improvement. I really want your time to be valuable during this hour that you decided to join me, so I'm here to help you. If you'd like, you could respond to this question in the chat box, and I can give you some advice on whether the answer should be structured in a different way. Please let me know. So I know 4 people are joining us. If you'd like to respond to this question, please go ahead and I will wait to hear some responses. So what made you happy when you were little? Would anyone like to respond to this question? What made you happy when you were little? Okay, that's fine. That's fine if I see some people may be busy here, no problem. So as I mentioned, I think I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much to all of you who joined me on this live today. I really hope that you can join me on the coming lives for the upcoming days. As I mentioned, I'm going to try to come live every day, Monday to Friday, during this hour. So thanks again for joining me. And Alfia, can I get the link after class? Please scroll up and you'll find the link there. I entered it in the chat box for you. Thanks again, guys, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye now.